What's up, everybody? It's your man Bigman4ever coming at you with another video. So let me cook. I'm going to book both nights of SummerSlam. Now hear me out. I'm not Triple H. I don't work for WWE. I'm a regular dude from West Baltimore that loves wrestling. But at the end of the day, I think this is how, if I was booking WWE, how SummerSlam should be written and how it should go forward. So, first match, I say it should be Becky defending the women's IC title because I think she's gonna beat Becky at Night of Champions. I think it'll be a triple threat match: Becky versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. Now there you can see the way they're booking it. It's like some underlying tension between Lyra and Becky. So I think that probably Becky will use that to her advantage to come out and continue to be the IC champion. Now, second, I think, now this is one of the matches that I might get wrong because the way they're booking the thing as far as like Solo, Jacob, and, you know, Jimmy and JC Mateo, it's a possibility it could go in different ways. It could be a damn near fatal four-way, triple threat, or in my opinion, I think that it'll be a tag team match with JC Mateo teaming up with the new IC champion, Solo Sikoa, because I think Solo is going to use the numbers game in his advantage at Night of Champions to beat Jacob Fatu to be the Intercontinental Champion. I mean, the U.S. champion, my bad, U.S. champion. Now, in this tag team match is going to be very good. You're going to see a lot of great things. You're going to see a lot of good stuff that you might not have thought that you could be able to see with Jacob and Jamie working together as a team, even though they've been against each other for a long time. They have a lot of chemistry. They show it in the match and stuff like that. And I think in that tag team match, they end up winning the match because I feel like for Jacob going along is on the quest of him winning his U.S. title back. I think that the best thing would be for him to start off with a victory on his verge of winning the U.S. title back. Now, third, I think that because Sammy has lost the King of the Ring tournament to Randy Orton this Friday, I think that he probably really doesn't have that much to do. So I think he puts his sights set on, you know, the winner of the AJ Styles and Dom Mysterio match. So I think that, you know, Dom's probably going to come out the victor in that. He's going to use the numbers game with the Judgment Day. I think that, you know, Dom and Sammy are probably going to have a great match. Very, very good match. Very catch-in type of stuff. It's going to be very good in-ring prowess. But I think that, you know, the numbers game, Dom Mysterio is going to use to his advantage. And I think that that's going to plant the seeds of a Sami Uso's heel turn, because every time that there's time for Sammy to get back up when you have the numbers against him, he's never had no help for real. Besides Jey Uso every now and again, or Cody Rhodes every now and again, he's been fighting on his own. He had to fight the Vision by himself, and he's had to go against Judgment Day in this type of match by himself. So I feel like, you know, the next couple of weeks is going to be planting the seed for the Sammy Uso heel turn, because I think that that's the main goal of him trying to, you know, getting over the hump of trying to prove his doubters wrong, that he can't win the big one, and also just realizing that when it's time for him to have help, nobody's there to help him. Now, the next match I had Bronson Reed versus CM Punk. Now, I think this is probably going to stink up the joint. I'm not a key fan of this match, but I think that, you know, probably CM Punk will probably use Bronson Reed's power and his, you know, weight against him to be able to outsmart him, to be able to pull a victory out. That's going to be a match that I'm not going to really be interested in. Now, the main event of the first night of SummerSlam is going to be, in my opinion, Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns. Spear versus spear. Now, this match is going to have a whole bunch of interference in it from the Vision and CM Punk, and I think that probably you'll have LA Knight interject himself into the situation because, like I said, I think that I'm gonna write something in him to do where it's gonna be, he's gonna damn near be a part of trying to keep the Vision from having a good night that night in SummerSlam. So we're gonna get into that in the second night, but I'm gonna think that, you know, for the most part, like I said, it's going to be a lot of interference and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a great match, a lot of power, you know, a lot of, you know, great moves with Bronson. And Braun's going to be able to pull a lot out of Roman that ain't been, you know, been done in a long time. I think that Roman's going to be, you know, on tip-top shape. I think he's going to look like he didn't miss a step at all. I think that Roman's going to be out there trying to show, you know, I think, you know, that this might be his last run. So I think that if he wants to go out, this might be his out for the bang with a bang. So I think that this spear versus spear match will probably be the best thing for him to show. Now, there's a possibility that it might be Seth versus Roman at SummerSlam, but in my best opinion, I think that the best match, I think you should save that for Mania. And I think that right now, a lot of people want to see Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns spear versus spear match. But an upset I got going on, I think that, you know, the Vision's going to use their numbers, and they're going to use, you know, the conflict between CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and LA Knight, because there's a lot of egos with that tandem. And I think that, you know, the Vision's going to use that to their advantage. And I think that, you know, Braun Breaker's probably going to give about 4 or 5 spears to Roman. And I think that about that time is going to be a real shocker when he finally holds him down for the 3. Like I said, I don't work for WWE. I'm not Triple H. I'm not, you know, one of those guys. I don't work for TKO. I'm just a wrestling fan from West Baltimore. But I think this is how I would book a SummerSlam Night 1. Now, check out Night 2. I got coming up very, very soon. I'm going to be saying some things as far as like how I feel the main event is going to go. And maybe y'all think that y'all might agree. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Tell me if you like it. If y'all ready for part 2, I'll definitely do a part 2 lickety split. But thank you, and I hope y'all like the video.